Okay, so hi everyone, thanks for joining. My name is Nimrod Geva. I manage QuizCom's product group, and today I'm going to speak about custom actions. Custom actions are part of a bigger product which is called QuizCom Forms. QuizCom Forms is our solution for forms and mobile for SharePoint. The main feature I think that makes our product unique comparing to InfoPath or similar form designers is that our product is really designed for non-technical business users. And you can see it through the entire user experience and the capabilities. And QuizCom Actions is part of QuizCom Forms. What we try to do with QuizCom Actions is quite the same thing with QuizCom that we did with QuizCom Forms. Is trying to make things more accessible to non-technical users. And in this case, we're talking about workflows. So instead of messing with workflow designer, such as a SharePoint designer or any other designer with dozens of controls and Visual Studio-like user experience, which is for power users or even developers, we introduce a much more simpler interface that enables site owners such as sales manager, marketing manager that own sites to implement their use cases. And I'm not using the term workflow intentionally because what we're trying to implement as non-technical users are use cases or business scenarios. So what is a custom action? Custom action is a process that can be initiated by a user click on some custom ribbon button that you can add, or it can be automatically triggered by an event. Events such as item was added, item was updated or deleted. So once this custom action starts, it can include several stages. And the first stage is pre-action. This is where you can confirm that the user indeed is aware of what's going to happen, and he can confirm or cancel the custom action. A custom action can also include UI. So sometimes you might want a process to include some automatic activities as well as some manual input that is required from the user as part of that flow, as part of that business process. So you can display different such initiation forms for the activity for different users or different scenarios, different context. And eventually a custom action includes a bunch of activities. An activity is an atomic action such as add item, send email, call workflow, call web service. This is an atomic action, reusable one. And a custom action may include several of these activities with conditions. At the end of a custom action, you can also configure it to redirect the user to some other form, page, or view, and so on. So all this sequence is what we call a custom action. Now, for those of you who are already using QuizCom Forms, I'm showing here the QuizCom Forms app settings page. This is where you configure all QuizCom Forms settings, such as ability to hide or show fields dynamically or create multi-tab forms and so on. So the custom actions part are these two buttons. One is called custom actions and the other one is called activities. That's it. What I'd like to do now is go through 3 quick demos where I'll show you the real user experience, how it looks like. So I'll start with my first scenario. This is a help desk scenario, and this is the scenario. So I have IT help desk list, which is used to for opening new support tickets by customers or by employees and resolving these support tickets by the help desk engineers. So when you create a new item, this is what you see. You see here a multi-tab form because I already configured it with KWIZ Forms to show me 2 tabs and to arrange the fields the way you see them now. So this is the tab which the employees who create new support tickets should see. And the second tab, which is called Issue Resolution, should be viewed and edited by the support engineer. Now we have some kind of a problem here because we want only the support engineer who owns this support ticket, meaning the one to whom the support ticket is assigned, only he should be able to see this tab and update the issue status and the resolution details. All other support engineers should not be able to access this tab or view it. On the other hand, how can I assign a ticket to myself if I don't see this tab and have access to the assigned to field? So the way I want to resolve this and create here a smooth process is as follows. First, I would like to hide this issue resolution tab and make it visible only to the support engineer to whom this ticket is assigned. Second thing I need to do, I need to provide a way for a support engineer to get ownership on a ticket, to assign the ticket to himself. So I'd like to add an assign to me custom ribbon button. So when we have a ticket which is new, nobody will be able to see the issue resolution, and the first support engineer who will click the assign to me button will get ownership over this support item, this support ticket, and then we'll be able to add it, to view and edit this tab. So let's get started. First, I'm going to hide this tab from everyone, and this is a feature of KWIZ Forms, so let me show you. Okay, so this is the list that I was talking about, and in order to edit its form features, I'm clicking the list ribbon, and here I have the KWIZ Forms ribbon button. I'll click the ribbon button to get to the KWIZ Forms settings page. And first thing I'm going to do is hide the issue resolution tab. I'm doing it through the field groups /tabs settings page. Here you will see the 2 tabs that I have here. So this is the first tab called issue details, and these are the fields that are visible on this tab. And this is the second tab called issue resolution. Now the nice thing in KWIZ Forms is that I can add conditions to tabs. So a tab will be visible only when the condition is fulfilled. So I'm adding a condition to the second tab, and I want it to be visible only to the user to whom this ticket is assigned. So I'm adding this condition which says show this tab only if assigned to is equal to me. Okay, and let me save this, and let's see that it works as we expect. So I'm opening the list again on another tab. This way I'll be able to switch quickly between the settings and the result. And let's click the new item link. Okay, so sorry, let me see that I save this. There was a validation error here, sorry. Okay, we're good now. Okay, so let's create a new item. Okay, so we see only a single tab. Now I'm going to add a custom ribbon button. So let's go back to the KWIZ Forms settings page. And first thing I need to do is create an activity that assigns a ticket. So I'm going to activities. Now activities, as I mentioned before, these are small atomic actions. They have no UI. They just do stuff like add item, delete item, update item, and so on, send emails. So I want to create an activity that updates the assigned to field. Now, in order to keep this activity generic, I don't want to create an activity that updates the assigned to the value of me. I want it to update to some parameter value. So I'll be able to use this activity in other custom actions as well. So I'm creating a new activity, and it's of type update item, and let's call it assign ticket. And let's give it a description. Let's say update the assign to field. That's what it does. And now I need to configure its properties. So I want to update the current item, and I can also update other lists. And now I need to say which fields I want to update. So the assign to, what I need as a result is to update the assign to field to the value of me, because I want when a technician is clicking this button, I want the support ticket to be assigned to him. But as I said, I want this activity to stay generic. So I can, instead of providing the value of me, I can provide a parameter and then bind this parameter value in the activity. So in order to do this, I'm using this format. I'm using percentage, and let's give it some name to this parameter. And let's add another field to update. I want also to update the issue status and make it in progress, just for the sake of this example. Okay, so I have this activity. So let's save it. So I have this assign ticket activity. Let's go now to custom actions. Now, as I said, a custom actions includes activities. So I want to create now a custom action that is called assign to me. This is what the user will see. Now, we have two types of custom actions. It can be an automatic actions that is triggered on these events, but in this example I want to create a ribbon button action. So I want its caption to be equal to this, to assign to me, and let's give it some description. The user will see this description when he hovers over this button. So let's say gain ownership over this support ticket. And I don't need a confirmation message. Let's give it some an icon. I have some icons in the assets library, so I'm going to use one of them just to make it look nicer. So this is the URL. And what do I want to happen after the user clicks this button? And things will happen. I want the user to be redirected right away to the edit page, so he'll be able to update this ticket. Now, we have all sort of tokens that you can use, and I want to use this token, which will take the user to the edit item page, edit item form, to a selected tab. So the tab name is, maybe you remember, is called issue resolution, and that's it. So now I need to configure what should happen when the user clicks this button. So I'm going to activities, and I want to call the following activities, the assign ticket one. That's it. Now if you remember, when I created the assign ticket activity, I configured the assign to field to be equal to a parameter. The parameter is called user, and now it shows as a link. And when I click the link, I can populate this parameter with all sort of column values or list properties or even site properties, or I can just use a simple token like me. And this is what I want to happen right now. Clicking OK. Finally, I need to say when do I want this ribbon button to be available. And of course, I want it to be available only if the support ticket is not assigned yet. Because if it's already assigned to someone, there's no point in showing this assigned to me button. So let's add a condition. And the condition says display this ribbon button only if assigned to is empty. And of course I can add additional condition. For example, I could add a condition that says only if the current user belongs some Active Directory group or SharePoint group, and so on. So I can add many conditions. That's it. Let's click apply. And let's check how this works. So I'm going to the list, and let's click on some new item like problem 18, which we see here. So you see that I have here this assign to me ribbon button with the image that I gave it. And when you hover over it, you see the tooltip. And let's click it. Now, behind the scenes, all these activities are executed. Currently, we have only a single activity, and then I'm redirected to the tab. I was not redirected to the correct tab because I think I didn't give it the correct name, but I'm redirected now, and as you see, the assign to was updated, and also the issue status. So all left to me to do is update the resolution details if I have, and click save or click cancel and update this support ticket when I have a resolution. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Next example that I'd like to show you is a more complicated flow that includes a mix between automated things like we saw now, calling actions that update or create items or send emails, and also showing a form to the user with the fields that we want the user to update. So this way we can create a mixed process that requires both manual input and automatic flow. So in this scenario, I want to close a ticket. Now, let's say that when let's take one of the in progress. Now, let's say when I close a ticket, it's already here. I'll show you how it was configured. I want several things to happen. I want the ticket status, the issue status, to become closed instead of in progress. And I want maybe to send an email to the one who opened this issue or to the manager. But I also want to show the support engineer a simple form only with the fields that still require his input, which is the resolution details. So let's see how we do it. I'm going back to the activities. Let's go to the custom actions. Okay, so I have here two custom actions. By the way, I can disable custom actions if I want them to appear to be there but not appear to the user. So you can always enable and disable. I have two custom actions that I already implemented. The first one is called close ticket, and let me show you how it's designed. It's a ribbon button that you already saw here, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it's already appearing here. And what it does, it calls certain activities that I will show you now, but it also shows the following editable fields. And this is a field I didn't explain up until now. You can include editable fields, which means that the custom action will show a form with these fields after he executes the activities. Now, the activities that I want to trigger, just one activity that updates the issue status. But that's not all. I created, and the condition, of course, sorry, is that I want this button to appear only if the assigned to field is equal to me, so I cannot close someone else's ticket, only tickets that are assigned to me. And of course, the issue status is not already closed. Otherwise, I won't see this button. Now, another custom action that I have here is called case closed indication. This is a different type of custom actions because it's not a button, it's an automatic action. So it will fire when the item is updated. So what will happen here is that when I click the button, close ticket, my ribbon button will execute some activities that will update the item, and this will trigger this custom action. So one custom action triggers another custom action. And this custom action has two activities. One adds an item to the task to list, and the other sends an email. That's it. And this one has also conditions of its own. Let's see how this works. So let's refresh this support ticket. And because it's assigned to me, I see this button. Let's click it. Okay, so some activities were executed, and now because I configured it to show me this field, it shows me a form with this field. So let's update it, I don't know, just something. Not a very responsive technician, and let's click save. Okay, so by the way, you saw here a message that tells the user, be aware that some things might happen because you update this list, because there are some custom actions configured for it. Okay, so first of all, let's look at tasks to list, because an item should be added to this list. Yeah, this is problem 18 that I just now solved, so it added this item. And I should also get an email. Let me just show you my Outlook. So yeah, I got this one right now. So your ticket ID 22 has just been closed. And of course I can add additional tags with tokens and like I used here, the token for the ID field. Okay, last feature that I would like, actually I have two more things that I'd like to show you. Up until now, I showed you, let me go back to the settings page so you'll better see what I'm talking about. When I edited any custom action, so a custom action may include several activities, but the condition was in the custom action level. So all these activities ran under the same conditions. But what happens if I want a more complex scenario? Let's say I want to fire an activity, and this activity will update some fields, and then only if these fields equal something, I want another activity to run. So I want each activity or couple of activities to have different conditions under the same custom action. So this is when you need scenarios that some of the flow should run under different conditions. So you have like if, then, else, logic conditions there. In order to do it, up until now I used add activity to add activities under a custom actions, but you can also, let's create a fresh custom action. You can also add activity group with conditions. And when you add activity groups, you can add, this group includes several activities and their own conditions. And this way I can add another group, and this group will have different activities with a different condition. So each group has its own conditions. So let's say this activity updates, let's see, this one updates the assigned to field. Yeah, it sets the assigned to equal to me or something. I can then make a condition in the second activity only if assigned to equals what I expect, run. And this condition is actually a result of running the previous activity. So this way you can create a lot more flexible or complex scenario to fit, to match your requirements. And last thing that I wanted to show you is, okay, let's say I update an item. It was item, I think, problem 18. But how can I know what happened? Let's say behind the scenes, several things should have happened. An email was supposed to be sent, and an item was supposed to be added to another list and maybe call workflow. And how can I know what happened? So you can always go to the custom action history, and there you will see the actual sequence of stuff, and if there was any error, you will see it. So you see the custom actions. So I clicked first the assign to me, and when I clicked the assign to me, which is a ribbon type custom action, it fired the assigned ticket activity. And same go with close ticket. Close ticket, when I click it, it fired the close ticket activity, and then it fired the case close indication, which is an item update type of custom action, and this one fired these two activities. So of course, if nothing happened, if nothing is wrong, it's okay, but I think it's more interesting when there are errors, like email is not configured properly, or there was any other kind of problem with the workflow, or any web access to something. So you will see error signs here, and when clicking the link you will get more details about the issue. That's it. I hope I was able to show you the user experience, the spirit of the things, how we think that non-technical end users can create processes, workflows. Anyway, if you have any more questions, please feel free to contact us at sales@kwizcom.com. And also, of course, both the app and the full trust solution have trial versions. For the app, you just go to our website, and from there you'll have a link to the Microsoft App Store where you download the free trial. And if it's a full trust solution that you're looking for, you download it directly from our site. That's it. If anyone wishes to have a private demo with more details, please contact us. We can schedule a private demo as well.